We are down to the final four in this edition of the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Alongside Hani Mukhtar, the captain, the man. He scored a goal. Brunetta scored a goal.
Semi-final between Nashville SC and Tigres UANL is underway. He tags it, trying to get that in. Hani Mukhtar's going to get there. It's a big tackle to knock it away. That was Reyes. Espinoza holds it in, and Nashville have a corner.
Good entry ball, finding Hani Mukhtar, always on the run, always on the move. Going to be so key today. Sam Surridge in the lineup, a guy that, look, is going to drive through in transition. If Nashville can play through that press, they can find him. They're dangerous on set pieces, too.
Christian Espinoza sends it in. Buffalo Aguirre sends it out. Work by Yazbek there to keep it. Espinoza again crossing in, diving header, comes in the air. Nahuel Guzman will see that just end up over his bar. And out for Espinoza a bit deeper that time. Baker Whiting was closest to it. Andy Nahar was happy to not see that block shot fall right to a Tigres player.
Class.
Yazbek there, and then he gives the pass away, trying to find Tagseth, who wins it back quickly. This is Madrigal now. Espinoza once more on Reyes. Gets that cross in. Mukhtar diving low. And it does end up over the end line. It will be a goal kick.
Waited through that hour rain delay for their team to come out of the locker room like this. Just high intensity, high pressure.
Tigres have had in the opening 5 minutes now. It's quickly broken up by Alex Muil. Muil charging forward. Oh, the appearance leader all time for Nashville, driving it on still. Baker Whiting. Espinoza, Madrigal, it's Mukhtar, it's in! Now the flag has come up as Mukhtar celebrates. It's an offside in the buildup to the goal. It's the call on the field.
Yeah, this is here, if he just couldn't hold on. Look, he knows he's offside there, and he waited a little bit, and Baker Whiting just got to hold his run there. He's looking right down the line. He can see the...
Gula wins that back off the Nahar throw. Brunetta trying to run it through. Ulogi was there. Aguirre was met by Muil, and he was being bear hugged to the ground. That'll be a Nashville free kick. To keep the ball and use the ball.
And they will. That's their DNA.
Schwacke gives that away to Correa. Couldn't take it cleanly down. Into Aguirre. Into the middle now. It's Herrera's deflected effort off the foot of Herrera, and it's going to be a Tigres corner.
Look, Schwacke's a good goalkeeper. Taking a little bit too long in possession. That was a poor pass out. And as you referenced, this is exactly what Tigres want. They want to force you into mistakes by pressing high. And for Schwacke, he's happy to see that one go over the bar, but behind now for a corner.
Juan Brunetta, team leader in assists this season, will hook this one in easily away there by Palacios. Tonight, Dan Lovitz. A lot of big game experience for him, including starting that second leg against Copa America in the last round. Araujo more than happy, or that Reyes, in fact, more than happy to just take a little bit of contact from Espinoza and slow the game down. It was, in fact, Cesar Araujo. Giveaway off the throw-in, and Mukhtar fouled again. There's Correa that time.
Yeah, you've got a little count going on there. Maybe that's about the number of fouls and adding them up. Both seem to have the same count, which was a yellow card type of foul there. Correa just pulling back.
And Vancouver in the last 2 years have bucked all the history and all the trends in a way that Nashville have this year, and making runs to the final in unconventional, untraditional ways. Here's Herrera now for Tigres. It's closed out. It's a good tackle by Espinoza there. Now Nashville trying to get on the run. Mukhtar couldn't keep it in play.
It just feels that those, oh, here we go. Yeah, Mukhtar, Araujo.
Old friends, well acquainted, those two.
Oh, and then Mukhtar
the whistle in the ear.
Whistle right in the ear. There you go. Just get a little bit of, okay, little afters.
Corcoran. Yazbek just got down across to Baker Whiting. Baker Whiting's cross. It was Madrigal flying up there. Espinoza. Corcoran. Espinoza fires. Guzman, first save of the game, out for a corner.
I was about to start saying they haven't really attacked on the defending as a right back. And sure enough, Baker Whiting puts a great ball in back post. Espinoza lays it off. It was too hard for Corcoran. He wanted to take it first time. And it was a smart decision by the 20-year-old to just take an extra.
And Mukhtar sends it in. Oh, well, Guzman, comfortable catch in the end for him. And listen, if you want to find a way in which the gap has closed, that's going to be a giveaway there from Palacios that Correa couldn't take cleanly with them.
Oh boy.
And then Woolicki gives it away. Well, Correa now, Baker Whiting trying to recover early cross. Knocked down, it's Brunetta, save Schwalke, no one there, and a blue shirt for the rebound.
You just saw it coming. The turnover, and they win it back, try to punish you for a mistake. Excellent ball to the back post. Brunetta brings it down, and you're thinking that's 1-0 Tigres. What a save from Schwalke. Look at that. Left leg all the way extended, kicks it.
Much better save on the replay than it seemed in real time. When you saw that second look and how extended he had to get that left leg.
Making himself big as well. Even bigger with kicking out the foot, because it was a great, it looked like it was going to be a great finish from Brunetta.
Second corner for Tigres now. Here is Brunetta. Outswinger from him. That comes backwards off of Romulo. Vihon holds it in. Araujo forced backwards. Araujo again going long. Knocked down by Gorriarán. Good work by Vihon to keep it under some pressure, and again a great touch by Vihon. Brunetta knocked away, not cleanly. Correa scores! Angel Correa! What an incredible addition he has been to Tigres. What a phenomenal strike that was to give the visitors the lead in Tennessee.
Well, Nashville have been struggling dealing with some of the build-out from Tigres. You can feel their influence going. Look how many numbers in the attack right now. All those blue shirts in and around the yellow ones, and these just pounces so quickly. Mukhtar thinks he's won it back, but instead, Correa coming inside, stays on the move. Luckily, no nutmeg at first, but look, Aware pounces, takes the touch, and hammers that ball with the left foot. So much power from Angel Correa, just speaking to his confidence right now. Ball pops up, no problem. Doesn't need an extra touch. Takes it on the volley, and Schwalke across his goal. Seeing that one, maybe could he do better with the right hand, but I just think the way that ball is dipping was... They're getting the overloads, they're winning the ball back, they're not allowing... Again, look at that pressure coming once again. That's going to be a foul that time on Gorriarán.
Title still just 31. He's the difference maker in the first leg of the Champions Cup semifinals so far. On the run, Espinoza, early ball in. It's popped backwards there. That was Angulo. Tigres are upset. They think it was offside. Instead, it'll be the fourth corner of the game for Nashville.
Whether they felt he was off or not.
And they're going to helpfully provide Christian Espinoza a second ball.
hear the Tigres fans in full voice. Nashville fans started out hot. It's fans going back and forth. Let's see if Espinosa and Nashville can give their fans something to cheer for here.
Comes off of Romulo's head. Nahar unable to reset for Espinosa. Now he's in trouble. There from the captain, Goriaran, asks for a different ball. Cheats up an extra 5 yards, just trying to control the pace and the tempo. That's not a handball. It's won quickly back by Tigres anyway. Baker winding out, dueled, and then left a leg out there. It looked like on Vijon. It's just going to be a throw-in for Tigres.
But I mean, barely tucks his shirt, and Vijon goes for the full dive. Absolutely a dive, but look, he's won his team a free kick here.
And Burnett to the take. Didn't get credit for the assist on the goal because it was Mukhtar's touch that knocked it away from him. That fell to Correa. Burnett puts that in. Header on frame, saved by Schwacke. At full stretch, Bryant would have been the second goal for Tigres.
He sees it fairly comfortably. He actually gets an early jump on it here. Good anticipation from Schwacke. Herrera redirects it. A little bit of spin on the ball. He had to go back. So many numbers behind the ball that you're not getting those transition opportunities that you were hoping for. But it's also because they're having to exert a lot of energy trying to defend.
Espinosa shook off his man. That's Herrera who's limping now behind the play. Espinosa back from Mukhtar and ends up comfortably into Guzman. And now Espinosa defending his position for playing on with the injury there. Yanez, who's had a career year, some people thought should have been on Mexico's World Cup roster. Available on the bench as you see what happened there with Herrera. That is a big-time series, and LAFC at home in the first leg for that one as well. Herrera back out there. Espinosa able to bring it down. Defender off balance into the middle. Madrigal had the chance. Romulo got the clearing touch. And then Nahar commits the foul.
Well, really well-worked opportunity. This time they're able to, Christian Espinosa, to dump the ball off. Then they get in behind Brunetta this time. And Reyes just gets caught a little flat-footed. Great ball inside, and Madrigal can't gamble to get across his man. Romulo does really well just to get...
with a nice little shove. Alsbeck clips it up to Andy Nahar. So it's Brunetta out on the outside there with Aguirre's help. It's Espinosa again, an early cross. Madrigal couldn't get there.
Nashville into mistakes, keeping Nashville away from their goal, and outside of a couple crosses, haven't looked so dangerous. Haven't had enough chances to be in these sets to have numbers in the attack to put pressure on Tigres, who right now have everybody behind the ball. So some work to do in the second half for Nashville, or maybe they can find something right at the end of the first half here.
It was Nahar dumped to the ground off the ball that led to the shouting. Espinosa couldn't get that cross in. Still a minute to go. Nahar. Corcoran. Cross to Reed Baker Whiting. Couldn't quite get that ball to settle for him. Woolagie's all the way upfield. Thinking about it. Mukhtar, Espinosa, Andy Nahar cutting it back. Nahar into the middle, no one there in a yellow shirt, not cleared. Yaz back up in the stands.
It's a great decision in the end by Woolagie, because you can hear half the crowd as he's hesitating, thinking, don't shoot, don't shoot. Well, and then even that shot there from Yazbek, fairway out, the ball flies over. So some work to do for Nashville in the second half.
That is the end of the half. A World Cup winner, the difference maker right now. Rob Stone, Alexi Lawless on the other side with their thoughts. 45 minutes down, 45 to go. 45 more minutes before the scene shifts from Tennessee to Nuevo León next week for the second leg. And it's Tigres, the visitors, who are up 1-0 so far. LAFC and Toluca, the other semifinal. And their first leg in Los Angeles tomorrow here on FS1. That one's too far for Hani Mukhtar to chase down from Yazbek. What are you looking for here second half?
Well, for Nashville to be more dangerous with the ball in this half. And I feel they have to find a goal here. Tigres are going to continue to pressure. They're going to continue to try to force turnovers. You have to be careful with the ball, certainly in your own half of the field. Look at this under pressure right now, playing through it pretty nicely. Nice little ball to find Yazbek. But I think they have to be a little bit more brave, pushing a few more numbers into the attack. And from the Tigres side, look, they want to just get through this game the way it is. They'd be happy with the 1-0. Maybe they find a second way goal, which I think would be a backbreaker for Nashville. I wouldn't see them coming back from that. They're playing into the pressure right now, Nashville. They've sometimes, oh, that's a great throw.
It's a great throw because Madrigal on the run thought about taking it early on Guzman. It's a deflected cross into the middle. It's headed away by Gorriarán as far as Nahar. Trying to hold off Flores, shoves him off. Andy Nahar to the byline. Couldn't get much on behind that. Guzman collects.
It was great recognition initially. And that was one of the intentions of playing Baker Whiting for B.J. Callahan. He was saying about, look, if we can get him high up the field, put some pressure on their right back. They're missing Garza. But how often did we say his name outside of the cross that was offside and then one or two other occasions? He just was too deep. Wheel was either outside, inside. They weren't finding him in those positions. So if they could get their fullbacks higher, they could create some overloads.
That's a space for Espinoza to whip that in. Couldn't get it past the first man. It's held in by Yazbek. Mukhtar. Just how many blue shirts are back behind the ball? Espinoza into a good spot there. Whether that was intentional or not, it fizzes over the crossbar.
Wow.
Romo able to pick out Brunetta. Flores reaching out to try to keep it. It does. Controls on Nahar. Bit of a touch from Yazbek, but steers it backwards to Aguirre. Hands it off wide. Correa lays it back in. Deflected effort that Schwacke had to react to. Back in by Brunetta. Schwacke collects. Third save for him. And now Mukhtar, though, in a tough spot, is going to get the whistle there. And then Nashville retaking it quickly from a different spot in the field. Palacios inside for Yazbek. Yazbek will drive it on. That one pings around. Espinoza trying to throw his body to keep it. Yazbek. Nahar. Mukhtar, can he turn? Lays it back. Corcoran was closed down. Wilici, that was an important interception. A nice little move as well. Puts it behind Mukhtar.
Got to keep the width. Everybody's jammed centrally now. Even Espinoza's getting sucked inside. That's where all the numbers are. Some good ball recoveries from Nashville.
For Mukhtar. And couldn't get inside of Araujo. Nahar for Espinoza. Corcoran from the byline, kicked away by Guzman.
That's a great run, though, from Corcoran. I was waiting for Yazbek's been buzzing around, getting on the ball, and Corcoran hadn't really released yet and tried to get beyond that back line to make a run, to put some pressure. And that time he saw the space, gambled a little bit, gets to the end line, fires a nice ball across. And I think that's what Nashville...
Goes long. Brunetta trying to sneak in behind. Aguirre's in the middle. Aguirre goes with his head. Comfortable save. Fourth rather, for Schwacke. Statisticians gave him.
could see BJ Callahan making a sub here pretty soon. Maybe Qasim comes off the bench, and he was lively at the weekend for them against Charlotte.
They were hoping it was going to be Sam Surridge as the option off the bench in the second half. That was the original plan yesterday. Nice. Just whatever pain tolerance, diagnosis, whatever else made them get to the point where they decided, no, we can't risk them playing.
But you can't have this, though, from a Nashville perspective. Tigres just stroking the ball around with ease. Look at that ball there. Diagonal, comes off the back of possession, not forcing it.
Brunetta trying to get in the end of a bouncing ball. Yazbek slices it backwards in the stands, out for a corner. And it's Juan Brunetta to take. That was Romulo rising up for it. It's Vijon who hits it on the volley.
Blocked defensively. But Tigres, they've got their goal. They're quite happy. They'll finish the game right now. They'll just be patient, waiting, and boom, now they pounce.
Here they come again. Correa for his second, hands it off, and Vijon mishits it. Took it away from Flores.
Stretches the game. Here comes the sub I would have expected at some point, and that's Moyle off. We'll see if this Baker Whiting maybe go a little further forward.
Ahmed Qasim, who had a great game over the weekend, goal plus assist against Charlotte. 22-year-old, born and raised in Sweden, of Iraqi and Palestinian descent. On with a half an hour to go. Second sub of the game for Nashville. And importantly, the second window they've used. So yes, they have 3 remaining subs, but only 1 remaining window in which to use them. And Mukhtar, not for the first time tonight, throws a late shove in.
It's frustration. It's frustration. You've been chasing the ball for the ball. He had 4 or 5 defenders around him putting pressure. Those two have been going at it all night.
From a Tigres perspective, as Angulo sends it long and Baker Whiting heads, though it's going to be fired just over. That was Vijon coming in. They let Seattle hang around in the last round. They beat him.
Rodrigo's doing his best. He's trying to get on the move.
Yazbek looks it in. Nahar plays it outside of the foot for Espinoza. Trying to cut it back a little bit off balance. Still Espinoza running in. The shot was deflected. It's a comfortable save for Guzman from a promising moment for Cristian Espinoza.
A nice idea from Espinoza. I think a little bit of, I put about 4 or 5 crosses in. Here's the left foot. Comes inside, really shapes up here like he's going to hit this cross. Boom, chops it. Comes onto his left foot, and then 3 bodies.
Seattle, the last 2 rounds. Espinoza quickly off the throw. Yazbek able to return it. Espinoza. Nahar able to turn. Nahar hooks it in. It was too tall. That was Madrigal. That was really one of the better chances Nashville have had all game. Yazbek. Nahar, and just enough there from Araujo to break that up. And Brunetta draws the foul off Palacios. Brunetta down for an extra moment.
Coaches scratch their head where he's going away from goal. He's 20 yards from his own goal, and you just keep kicking him and kicking him, but he's got 2 or 3 players around him. Brunetta's going to pick up a yellow card, maybe for just taking too long to get off the field.
They still seem all out of sorts here at Tigres on what they're doing with this sub. Yellow cards were wiped out at the end. Corcoran does just enough. Baker Whiting. Qasim fouled. And what looked to be a very dangerous moment there for Nashville. So it's Rodrigo Aguirre who comes off to be replaced by Diego Lainez. And he'll take his time. Is a career high for goals, tied his career high for assists, career high for minutes. It's been a resurrection season for a guy that as a teenager was a $14 million transfer from America to Europe and was debuting for Mexico. And he has rebuilt his career. Qasim and seemed a bit unsure what he wanted to do there, and this is going to be the danger the other way. Tigres on the counter. Brunetta. That's Lainez. Lainez back in. Corcoran didn't get anything on it. Marcelo Flores picks it up. Flores, comfortable save. 5th of the game for Schwanke. And Andy Nahar cleverly just takes the foul, and a yellow card will come out. It's Vihon.
Pretty clear. Basically jumped on Nahar's back, coming back and defending there. He knew it straight away.
And Vihon, a hug for the referee as he's then replaced by Rafael Guerrero, who has not played in the Champions Cup so far this year. And with Joaquim out injured, their starting center back, he gets bumped up the depth chart and gets on the field here. In the first legs in the prior 2 rounds, Nashville have had their opportunities. They've had shots, they've had good looks. They just haven't been able to make the moment count. They have to now. It was a missed opportunity in the last 2 rounds, but they found a way through. This feels a bit more urgent. The significance of manufacturing a goal.
5 yards out, but hey, look, nothing else is happening right now. Why not? And it's led to this corner. Maybe a set piece is a way through.
Mukhtar's ball in, gets knocked down, pinballs around, and Guzman able to reach out and snare it. 2nd save of the game for him. And the kitchen sink preparing to come on for Nashville, their final substitution window. Yazbek lost the ball, but it's a foul, it's a whistle. As Correa was running the other way. And here's his opportunity now. Correa almost got in Lainez's way. Lainez coming forward, hands off for Brunetta. Flores lets that one run for Reyes. And Nahar, strong tackle there, out for a throw. Francisco Reyes needs an extra moment.
Conveniently, it's a crunching tackle from Nahar. Fair tackle, two feet through, but.
And Hani Mukhtar, without any argument, the most important player in team history in their 7 years to take this corner with 6 minutes to go. Whipped into the traffic, and it comes all the way through. Kazem was in the area. Uji was in the area. Passias was in the area. Baker winding off the chest. Espinoza with the flick. Mukhtar dumped to the turf. Another yellow card's going to come out to Araujo. Persistent infringement.
They've been physical with.
Mukhtar's in an offside position right now. Espinoza gets that in. Guzman didn't get it. Who to come off last? It's another corner.
Causes a little bit of confusion. Goes behind. There was a touch in the mix. Now you're seeing Nashville stacking all their players. A little bit of a conversation here with Herrera.
That would be the reason why.
Wow. Well, there is actually a shot.
Mukhtar in, straight up in the air. That was Guerrero, and then Guzman battling through the traffic, and Palacios, who was just booked. A frustrating night full of missed opportunities, even as they were outshot pretty comfortably as well. Palacios wins the header, smashed forward the other way by Araujo. And Schwanke up to time enough here for them to get this forward. Woolagee got to be careful running into trouble. He gets through it, at least initially, Baker Whiting, it's knocked backwards. Here's the danger the other way. It's going to stay in play. No.
Oh, how bad would that have been? Oh, my goodness. There we go.
Angel Correa, a sensational strike in the 33rd minute of difference. Guido Pizarro not interested in